Mike charges 150 pesos for an encoding work. In addition, he charges 5 pesos per page of printed output. Find a function f of x where x represents the number of pages of printed output. Ang kailangan natin ay function f of x na magre-represent sa total na amount na kikitain ni Mike kung siya ay mayroong fixed na sinisingil na 150 pesos at 5 pesos sa bawat page na kanyang ipiniprint. So, bawat page ay nire-represent ng variable na x. So, that is 5x. So, ang function natin, f of x equals 150 plus 5x. How much will Mike charge for 55-page encoding and printing work? X ang nagre-represent sa number of pages na kanyang ipiniprint. So, gamit yung function na f of x equals 150 plus 5x, papalitan natin lahat ng x nito ng 55. So, magiging ganito yan. Okay, next. Multiply natin yung 5 at yung 55. Okay, so 275. And then, final move, i-add natin yung 150 sa 275. Okay, so f of 55 is equal to 425 pesos. So, ganyan yung kanyang sisingilin. How many pages were printed if Mike received a payment of 600 pesos? Ang nawawala naman dito yung x given yung f of x na 600 pesos or yung total amount na kanyang na-receive. So, yung same function, f of x equals 150 plus 5x given ang f of x na 600 pesos. So, palitan natin yung f of x na 600. Ayan, solve for x. Transpose natin yung 150 sa kabilang side ng equation. Next, kuhanin natin yung difference ng 600 at 150. Ayan. Divide natin both sides ng 5. Okay, so cancel na dito sa isang side. Sa kabila naman, 450 divided by 5, that is equal to 90. So, x equals 90 pages. Same problem pa rin tayo. If Mike offers a promo to loyal customers that the first 20 pages of the printed output will be free of charge, how much will he charge to a loyal customer who printed 70 pages of output? May dalawang piraso ang function na ito. Ang una ay kung ang number of pages or x na ipapaprint mo ay greater than 0 but less than or equal to 20, ang babayaran mo lang ay 150. Ang ikalawa naman ay kung ang ipapaprint or x is greater than 20. Ang magre-represent sa f of x ay 150 plus 5 times x minus 20. Dahil ang given sa problem ay 70 pages, ang x ay greater than 20. Ang gagamitin nating function ay f of x equals 150 plus 5 times x minus 20. Replace natin yung x ng 70. Ayan, next. Kuhanin natin ang difference ng 70 at 20. Ay, that is 50. Next, i-multiply natin yung 5 sa 50. Okay, so 250. And last, kuhanin natin yung sum. So, 150 plus 250, that is 400 pesos. Ibig sabihin, ang sisingilin lang ni Mike sa kanyang loyal customer ay 400 pesos. A proposed tricycle fare would charge 30 pesos for the first 5 kilometers of travel and 5 pesos for each additional integer kilometer over the proposed fare. Find the fare function f of x where x represents the number of kilometers traveled. Ito ay halimbawa ng piecewise function na may dalawang piraso. Ang una ay kung ang distance na na-travel ng pasahero ay greater than 0 but less than or equal to 5. Ang amount na kanyang babayaran ay 30 pesos. Ang pangalawa naman ay kung ang distance na na-travel or yung x is greater than 5 kilometers. Ang amount na kanyang babayaran ay i-represent ng expression na 30 plus 5 times the greatest integer of x minus 5. Sa greatest integer function, tayo ay magra-round down. Kung halimbawa ang nasa loob ng floor brackets ay 5.5, ito ay katumbas lang din ng 5. How much is the proposed fare for distance of 3 kilometers? So magkano babayaran kung nakatatlong kilometro lang yung pasahero? Okay, x equals 3 and 3 is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 5. So ibig sabihin, f of x equals 30 and f of 3 equals 30 pesos. Ibig sabihin, 30 pesos pa rin yung kanyang babayaran kahit siya ay naka 3 kilometers lang. How much is the proposed fare for distance of 10 kilometers? X equals 10 and 10 is greater than 5. Ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin nating function ay f of x equals 30 plus 5 times the greatest integer of x minus 5. Palitan natin lahat ng x dito ng 10. Okay, so kuhanin natin yung difference ng 10 at 5. So that is 5. Next, kuhanin natin yung product ng 5 at ng 5, that is 25. And last, 30 plus 25 is 55 pesos. Ibig sabihin, sa 10 kilometers, ang babayaran ng pasahero ay 55 pesos. How much is the proposed fare for distance of 10.5 kilometers? X equals 10.5 and 10.5 is greater than 5. So ang gagamitin nating function ay f of x equals 30 plus 5 times the greatest integer of x minus 5. Next, palitan natin lahat ng x's dito ng 10.5. Ayan. So kuhanin natin yung difference ng 10.5 at ng 5. That is 5.5. Sa greatest integer function, tayo ay magra-round down. Kaya yung 5.5, ito ay katumbas lang din ng 5. Ayan, next, kuhanin natin yung product ng 5 at 5. Okay, that is 25. And last, 30 plus 25 is, okay, 55 pesos. Ibig sabihin, kung naka 10.5 kilometers siya, ang kanyang babayaran pa rin ay 55 pesos. Baker's Club is trying to raise funds by selling premium chocolate chip cookies in a school fair. The variable cost to make each cookie is 15 pesos and it is being sold for 20 pesos. So far, the organization has already shelled out 500 pesos for the cookie sale. Find the profit function P of x, where x represents the number of cookies sold. P of x ang magre-represent sa ating profit function or yung kikitain ng Baker's Club sa pagbebenta nila ng cookies. Ang x naman ang magre-represent sa number of cookies. Ang 20x ang total na pagbibilan. Ang bawat piraso ng cookie ay ibinebenta nila sa halagang 20 pesos. Minus 15x ang magre-represent sa total ng variable cost or yung gastos nila sa bawat piraso ng cookies. Kailangan nating ibawas ito sa total ng mapagbibilan dahil ang hinahanap natin ay yung profit. At syempre, mayroon pa silang ibang ginastusan, maaaring manpower o iba pang materyales na nagkakahalaga ng 500 pesos. Kailangan din natin itong ibawas. Simplify natin, 20x minus 15x, that is equal to 5x. Ang profit function natin ay P of x equals 5x minus 500. If 175 cookies were sold, how much is the total profit? Okay, so P of x equals 5x minus 500. Papalitan natin lahat ng x nito ng 175. Ayan. Next, kuhanin natin yung product ng 5 at 175. That is 875. Next, difference ng 875 at ng 500. Ayan, 375. Ibig sabihin, kung makabenta sila ng 175 pieces ng cookies, ang kanilang total na kita ay 375 pesos. Siyempre, labas na rito yung lahat ng kanilang expenses. How many cookies must be made and sold to break even? Sa break even, ito yung point kung saan nailabas mo na lahat ng expenses pero ikaw ay hindi pa kumikita. Ibig sabihin, P of X equals 0. Ayan, so P of X equals 5X minus 500. Sa break even, P of X equals 0. So papalitan natin yung P of X natin ng 0. Ayan, so 0 equals 5X minus 500. Ang hinahanap ay number of cookies. So, isosolve natin yung X. Transpose natin yung negative 500 sa kabilang side ng equation. So, 500 equals 5X. Divide natin both sides by 5. Okay, so cancel dito. 500 divided by 5, that is 100. So, X equals 100 cookies. Ito yung number of cookies para mailabas mo lahat ng expenses. How many cookies should be sold to gain a profit of 250 pesos? So P of X equals 5X minus 500. Ang hinahanap dito ay yung number of cookies na dapat nilang magawa at maibenta para ang profit or yung P of X ay 250 pesos. So, replace natin yung P of X ng 250. Ayan. Next, solve natin for X. So, transpose natin yung negative 500 sa kabilang side. Ayan. So, 250 plus 500, that is equal to, okay, 750. Next, divide natin both sides by 5. Okay, so, cancel dito. 750 divided by 5, that is, okay, 150. Ibig sabihin, kailangan makagawa sila at makabenta ng 150 cookies para ang profit nila ay 250 pesos. An owner is charged 250 pesos monthly for a mobile plan, which includes 200 free text messages. Messages more than 200 are charged 1 peso each. Represent the monthly cost for text messaging using the function C of M, where M is the number of messages sent in a month. So ito ay piecewise function na may dalawang piraso. Una, 250 pesos lang ang babayaran ng owner kung ang M or yung number of text messages ay greater than 0 but less than or equal to 200. Pangalawa, ang cost ay 250 plus M minus 200 kung ang M ay greater than 200. Maaari ding isulat ang piecewise function na ito ng ganito, kung saan kinuha ko na yung difference ng 250 at 200. How much is charged if the owner sent 150 messages? Okay, M equals 150 and 150 is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 200. Okay, so ang gagamitin natin, C of M equals 250. C of 150 is equal to 250 pesos. Ibig sabihin, kung ang number of messages na na-send niya ay 150, ang kanyang babayaran ay 250 pesos pa rin. How much is charged if the owner sent 250 messages? Okay, M equals 250 and 250 is greater than 200. So, ang gagamitin nating function ay C of M equals M plus 50. Replace natin yung M ng 250. Ayan, so 250 plus 50, that is 300. Okay, kung nakapag-send siya ng 250 messages, ang kanyang babayaran ay 300 pesos. How many text messages were sent if the owner was charged 500 pesos? Okay, ang hinahanap dito ay yung number of text messages given yung C of M, that is 500. So, isa-substitute ko ngayon yung 500 na to sa ikalawang function natin, which is C of M equals M plus 50. Ayan, so pinalitan ko na siya ng 500. Next, solve for M tayo. Transpose natin yung 50 sa kabilang side ng equation. Okay, next, difference ng 500 at 50 ay Okay, so 450. Ibig sabihin, ang number of text messages na na-send niya kaya siya nagbayad ng 500 pesos ay 450. A mall charges 25 pesos for the first hour or a fraction of an hour for the parking fee. An additional 10 pesos is charged for every additional hour of parking. The parking area operates from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. So write a function rule for the problem. Ito ay piecewise function na may dalawang piraso. Una, 25 pesos lang ang babayaran sa unang isang oras ng pagka-park sa mall. So that is, x is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 1. Pangalawa, ang kanyang parking fee ay 25 plus 10 times x minus 1 kung ang x ay greater than 1 at ang x ay element ng natural numbers. Kung sakali namang hindi saktong isang oras at may sobra pang ilang minuto, kailangan niya pa rin itong bayaran ng buo. At ang gagamitin natin ay ceiling function or least integer function kung saan tayo ay magra-round up. How much will be charged to the car owner if he parked his car from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.? So from 9 to 3, that is 6 hours. Okay, x is 6 and 6 is greater than 1. So ibig sabihin ang gagamitin nating function ay f of x equals 25 plus 10 times x minus 1. Replace all x's by 6. Okay. So, kuhanin natin yung difference ng 6 at 1. Ito ay, okay, 5. Next, kuhanin natin yung product ng 10 at 5. Okay, 50. Next, 25 plus 50, that is 75. Ibig sabihin, kung 6 hours siyang nakapark doon, ang kanyang babayaran ay 75 pesos. How much will be charged to a car owner who parked his car from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.? So from 9 to 2:30, that is 5 hours and 30 minutes. Or in decimal, that is 5.5. Ibig sabihin, x equals 5.5 and 5.5 is greater than 1. So ang gagamitin nating function ay f of x equals 25 plus 10 times x minus 1. So replace natin yung x ng 5.5. Next, kuhanin natin yung difference ng 5.5 at 1. Ayan, so 4.5. Sa ceiling function, tayo ay magra-round up. Kaya yung 4.5 niyan ay katumbas din ng 5. So 25 plus 10 times 5, that is 25 plus 50. Next. Okay, so f of 5.5 equals 75 pesos. How long did the owner park his car if he was charged 115 pesos? Ang gagamitin nating function dito ay f of x equals 25 plus 10 times x minus 1 dahil lagpas na sa 25 pesos yung kanyang binayaran. So, ang ina-expect nating value ng x dito ay greater than 1. Okay, given f of x equals 115. So, isa-substitute natin to sa ating function. Okay, next, distribute natin yung 10 sa x minus 1. So, ito ay magiging 10x minus 10. Okay, combine like terms. So, pwede dyan yung 25 minus 10. Ayan, next, transpose natin yung 15 sa kabilang side ng equation. Okay, so 115 minus 15, that is, okay, 100. Next, pag dinivide natin both sides by 10, ang x natin ay okay, 10. So, ibig sabihin, 10 hours siyang nag-park doon, kaya siya nagbayad ng 115 pesos. A man with 400 feet of fencing material wishes to fence off an area in the shape of a rectangle. What should be the dimensions of the area if the enclosed space is to be as large as possible? What is the largest area? Ang kailangan nating hanapin sa problem na ito ay yung dimensions ng rectangle, yung kanyang length at width na magbibigay ng pinakamalaking possible na area gamit ang 400 feet na fencing materials. Alam natin na ang perimeter ng rectangle or P ay equal sa 2L plus 2 width. At para makuha ang area or yung A, kailangan natin i-multiply yung length sa width. Given ang perimeter ng rectangle at ito ay 400 feet. I-substitute natin ito sa formulang P equals 2L plus 2W. Ayan. Kung mapapansin niyo ay pwedeng i-simplify ang ating equation. Maaari tayong mag-divide ng 2 sa magkabilang sides ng equation. Okay, so 400 divided by 2 is 200. 2L divided by 2 is L. 2W divided by 2 is W. Ngayon ay maaari nating express or isolve ang equation na ito gamit ang length or width. Try natin ang width or W. To solve for W, kailangan i-transpose yung L sa kabilang side ng equation. Ayan, or pwede natin siyang isulat as ganito. Ayan, W equals 200 minus L. Substitute natin ito mamaya. Okay, formula para makuha ang area, that is length times width. I-express natin ito as a function A kung saan ang area ay nakadepende sa length, that is A of L equals L times 200 minus L. So yung W, pinalitan natin ng 200 minus L. So ito ay para i-express lang yung ating function in terms of L. Next, distribute natin yung L. So that is L times 200 minus L. Okay, so 200L minus L squared. Arrange natin to in descending order. Ibig sabihin, una natin isusulat yung term na mayroong pinakamataas na exponent, pababa. So magiging sagot, negative L squared plus 200L. Kung mapapansin ninyo ay katulad dito ng ating general form ng quadratic function, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, kung saan ang a natin ay negative 1, ang b ay 200, at ang c naman ay 0. Ang hinahanap natin sa problem na ito ay yung value ng length at width na magbibigay ng largest possible area ng rectangle. Sa quadratic function na f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, ang pinakamataas at pinakamababang point ay tinatawag na vertex. So yun ang kailangan natin. Para makuha ang vertex, gagamitin natin yung formula na to. So yung negative b over 2a, ito yung formula para makuha yung length na magbibigay ng largest possible area. Para makuha naman yung area na yon, kailangan nating i-substitute sa function yung makukuha nating sagot doon sa length. So that is f of negative b over 2a. So kung saan ang a natin ay negative 1, ang b ay 200, at ang c ay 0. Okay, kuhanin muna natin yung length gamit yung formula ng negative b over 2a. Papalitan natin yung b ng 200 at yung a naman ng negative 1. Ayan. So, 2 times negative 1, yung nasa denominator, that is negative 2. Okay, negative 200 divided by negative 2, that is equal to, okay, 100. So, ang length natin ay 100 feet. Kuhanin naman natin yung width. Okay, so W equals 200 minus L. So, replace L by 100. Okay, so 200 minus 100 is 100 feet. Okay, so meron na tayong dimension. So, ang length ay 100 feet at ang width naman ay 100 feet. At dahil alam na natin yung value ng length at width, madali na nating makukuha ngayon yung area. So, gamit yung formulang A equals length times width, substitute natin yung 100 sa L at W, that is A equals 100 times 100. Ang product niyan ay 10,000. So, area is equal to 10,000 feet squared or 10,000 square feet. Ang ikalawang method na pwede natin gamitin para makuha yung largest possible area ay gamit yung kaninang function, kung saan yung area ay nakadepende sa length. So, that is equal to negative L squared plus 200 times L. So, papalitan natin yung L ng 100. Ayan, so negative 100 squared plus 200 times 100, that is equal to, okay, negative 10,000 plus 20,000. So, A of 100, or yung area, that is equal to 10,000 feet squared or 10,000 square feet.